Good morning, everybody.
What's that?
We've got a really nice bike that we're going to work on today. This one's going to be getting the new S&S compensator to get rid of a potential problem. It's also going to be getting the new S&S intake manifold that's not plastic. We're going to get rid of the plastic one. It's also getting a good set of headers that's going to go behind the factory heat shields, and we're going to be installing a Thundermax to bring the engine operating temperatures down. We're going to leave the stock cam in it. So we'll show you where we're at here in just a couple of minutes. All right, so the new compensator ramp is going in. Where's your old one at? Okay, so here's the old one. This is a cast steel. Cast steel is not nearly as strong as billet steel, or what's called extruded steel. And these things will split right here where this thin part is. They'll just split into three pieces without any warning. You go to start your bike, crack. And that bike's not moving. You can't jump it. You can't push start it. You can't do anything. It's not moving. So any of you guys out there have a 17 or up bike, it's highly recommended that you replace the compensator ramp. Now, there's several different ones out there. S&S has one. Cyclorama's got one. A couple other people have them. They're all of the same good quality. So we've used them all, and they've all worked well. Just out of convenience, we use the S&S because it's available from our source in one day. So that's why we choose to use it.
I did not know that.
And it's all back together. Now the next thing we'll do is pull the headers, and probably going to need to pull the gas tank and get the manifold installed and the Thundermax. All right, while Tony's removing the exhaust and intake manifold, I'm going to go ahead and prep the Thundermax. I thought I'd go over some habits that I've created over the years when I install these Thundermax units. So the first thing that's most important is they'll send you a little packet of dielectric grease. I always like to cut the corner off right here so I can get a precise little squeeze out of it. And then you want to put dielectric grease on every connection. Just simply squeeze a little bit, press a little bit, real easy. I always like to put just a little bit around the edges so to slide into the Thundermax easier. Anytime you can put a little lubrication on it, it makes it a little better.
That's what she said.
Also, on these connection points here, you can just use the packet to smash it in. Right, same thing on this one. So you get a little bit of a precise squeeze out there. For the Thundermax, and then we'll do the same thing on the other connectors. Then, as you can tell, there's a tab down in there, and then there's a tab right here. So you'll simply push that in like that, and you're ready to go. And then screw the screws down, and that's pretty much the deal on that. All right, so the factory ECU is pretty easy to get out. And then this lever here, pop it loose like that. All right, and then before we put the Thundermax in, we want to put dielectric grease on all the little female plugs here. Try to work it down in each one of the little ports best you can. Don't skip this step. It's very important. If you skip this step, you'll find out why it's very important. Eventually. May not happen tomorrow. May not happen next week. Might not happen for 6 months, but you'll eventually find out what will happen.
It'd be nice if you could pull me into town.
All right, now we'll leave that there for the time being.
A few moments later.
Okay, the Thundermax comes with 18 millimeter O2 sensors that will fit into the Bassani header's 18 millimeter port. Now, that does have adapters. If you want to run your stock 12 millimeter O2 sensors, you can. It comes with adapters. So if you wanted to run a 12 millimeter O2 sensor, simply screw the adapter in, and then you can run the 12 millimeter ports. But we don't need these today because we're going to run the 18s. But we'll hold on to these. We may need them in the future for another application. Now, when you tighten these down, you don't have to suddenly turn green and turn into the Hulk.
Bow to your sensei! Okay.
You just simply snug them down like so, because they're not going to back out, because just the wire tension itself is not going to keep, is it going to keep it from backing out. It's not going to twist upon itself, so you don't really have to tighten them that much. Just make sure they're sealed. All right, so there's that. Okay, so the plastic manifold has been removed, and we're going back in now with the S&S aluminum manifold. We're just getting rid of a problem. This is same factory specs, 55 millimeter, as the plastic one. It's just not plastic. Plastic melts when it gets hot. There's the S&S aluminum intake manifold. We're going to put the fuel rail on it here in just a second. Throttle body's still on it, and we'll go from there.
We gotta get it in the hole just right.
That's what she said.
And now, on with the show.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and go through a Thundermax install initial setup for you right quick. So first thing you have to do is, of course, install the Thundermax ECU, and you're going to turn the bike on. So the bike's a little bit far away from me, so I'm going to do everything and then walk back and forth. But I just turned the bike on, and what we're going to need is a VIN number. So what I like to do is take a picture of the VIN number. That way I'll have it. And then that's the first thing it asks you for. So what we do is we go in here and we put in the VIN number. Okay. So the VIN number is, I'll tell it, okay. VIN number always, on a Harley, always starts with 1HD. 351. And you can always use the test VIN code tab here. It tells us what we got. A 22 M8 114 FLHTK. All right, that's good. Okay, now it's going to ask us to register it. Say yes. All right. So that registers the warranty. Okay, good deal. All right. So now it's time to put a map in here. So if you have any of these open screens on here, just shut them down. You don't want to mix up anything. So we're going to go up here to map editing, or excuse me, EFI maps, and it's Big Twin M8 maps. So to isolate the 114s, highlight it in blue, move your cursor to the 114 and right click on 114. It brings up only 114 maps. We're going to be going with a stock cam. So we will hit the stock cam tab right there. That leaves 2. It's got a high flow breather. We're going to use map number 479. That's a 2-1 D&D. We're using a 212 header, so that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and load that base map just like that. And we're going to hit map editing and write the map into the bike. Just like that. All right, so the next thing we do is we just go over here and turn the power on the bike off, which is the same thing as restarting a computer on your desk. We're going to wait for the green light to go out. That acknowledges that the bike has actually turned the power off. There we go. So now we're going to turn it back on. We're going to wait for the green light to come back on. We're going to do this 3 times. This is what's recommended by Thundermax on the initial install. Wait for the green light to come on. And the green light's on. So now we're going to shut it off. That's number 2. Wait for the red light to go out. Okay, turn it back on. This is the 3rd time. Wait for the green light. All right, let's shut it off. Wait for the red. Now this time, when it comes back on, we're going to go over here and verify some settings in the module configuration, some basic settings. As soon as it turns red, we'll turn it back on. All right, let's turn it back on. That's your 3 cycles. All right. All right, so we're going to close this window down. We're going to go over here to module configuration, basic settings. We need to verify that the speedo calibration is correct. 44,750, touring 10 to 25. That's right. Got our idle at 896. Our throttle progressivity is at 3. Tack idles at 80. So we're good here. All right, we can write these. Close. And now we're done for right now until we get the headers put back on and do an initial run up.
I'll be chirping gears and pulling Brody's going.
Okay, Tony's got the breather back on. We've got the Bassani headers installed, and we're going to be doing the rest of the system here shortly. It won't be long before we fire this one up. All right, mufflers are on. Heat shields are going on. This little project's rolling right along real good. All right, so the initial run up, what we call the idle tune, this is really all it changed. We didn't put a cam in the bike. We did nothing with the injectors. Basically, this is a stage 1 set of headers. It already has a high flow breather and an aluminum intake manifold. So it's not going to learn a whole lot because this is a stock map, 479, stage 1, 114 map. So with that said, it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Well, you sound like a pretty handy guy.
Yeah, well.
We're real happy with the outcome. So this one will be buttoned up and sent home. Again, I'm Steve Carr, along with Tony. Hey, Tony! And We're Samson V Twin. So we'll talk to you later. Have a nice day.